Good boy.
I want that fighter stripped for parts by tomorrow.
On it.
All right, Nix. Let's go get paid.
As of recording this video, Star Wars Outlaws is 2 weeks from launch, and it is receiving a mass hatred campaign from a lot of people claiming that it doesn't look very good graphically, it looks very mundane, it just doesn't look very good at all, and I personally don't see what all the hate is for. I've watched all the gameplay footage that's been presented by YouTubers and by Ubisoft themselves. This game was not developed by Ubisoft, just published. Massive Entertainment are the developers, and they made the Avatar game, which is a really good game. It's not a perfect game, it has some issues. I have a review on that, so check that out. It's not a perfect game, but as an Avatar fan, I really like it and really like the world, and I will go back and do the DLC when the DLC is cheaper, of course. However, with Star Wars Outlaws, I am a Star Wars fan, not so much of the new stuff, but I've been a Star Wars fan since I discovered Return of the Jedi on VHS back in the early 90s that my dad recorded off the TV, and I've loved it ever since. I personally think Star Wars Outlaws looks badass. You get to go to 5 planets which have open world-ish maps that you can go around and do side quests on, gain reputation with different underground syndicates, including the Hutt Cartel, Crimson Dawn, which is really cool. You can upgrade your blaster with different attack variances, so you can take on droids as well as people, which again is really cool. You have a speeder bike, you have her ship, K-Vess's ship called the Trailblazer. I have no beef whatsoever with the way K-Vess looks. I don't know what, I think it's a younger generation thing where they think everyone has to be absolutely gorgeous, stunning, and like a Playboy model. You don't need that. It's not a need. The main character may not be attractive to you, but she could be attractive to other people. And why the hell do you want to be attracted to her anyway? It's a video game. Play the video game. God damn it. I'm a nerd, but God, nerds. Seriously. You get to do some really cool stuff in this game. Now, a lot of people have complained that the gameplay looks slow and clunky. I have got a theory, because I've seen that said about Space Marine 2, and as a Warhammer fan, Space Marine 2 looks absolutely kick-ass. I think people are they're wanting sweaty-ass, what looks like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 movement in every single game. If they can't run and slide cancel and bunny hop and jump and move around like an absolute sweaty lunatic on their single player games, they call it slow and clunky. Red Dead 2 is a slow game, and some people really don't like it. I personally think you're playing it wrong if you don't like it. But Red Dead 2 is a slow game with slow combat, which could be considered clunky because it's not supremely sweaty. But it's a phenomenal game and one of the best made, and probably on a technical level the best game ever made. Star Wars Outlaws combat looks absolutely fine to me, and the stealth looks fine. It has similar stealth so far as like Ghost of Tsushima, just stay out of their eye line. And I'm replaying through Ghost of Tsushima currently and having an absolute whale of a time. And that's not a fast game. The combat is visceral and, slow paced and great. And Star Wars Outlaws does not need to be supremely fast-paced. This looks like a really good single-player game. Now, I am well aware that Ubisoft are publishing it. I am not saying Star Wars Outlaws is going to be perfect and that you should just go out and pre-order the game. Of course not. Wait for reviews, wait for the game to come out. I will be getting it in early access because, well, because I have faith, but also I can make YouTube videos on it. But if I did not have a YouTube channel, I would wait for its release. The game is, and I didn't pay full price for the early access. Just want to point that out there. I got myself a code online like everybody else. But I was lucky enough to get a PlayStation 1. So because I'm not getting this on PC. If it was coming to Steam, I'd have gotten Star Wars Outlaws on PC. But because Ubisoft are thick, they're putting it on their own Ubisoft client thing, which I absolutely hate with a burning passion. So I don't know why they did that. But so PlayStation 5 is where I will be playing it. Yes, there are going to be bugs. Yes, there are going to be some glitches here and there. Of course there are. But does that detract away from what the game will be? The game is looking good for what it is. People need to stop wanting it to be the way they want it to be. I'm hearing a lot of things like it was touted as being GTA in space. by someone or something. I don't know who said that. If somebody knows or has the source, please put it in the comments. It is not going to be Grand Theft Auto in space. You can't kill innocent civilians. There are some places you can't pull your blaster out in, and that's fine. You don't need to. Why do you want to be an absolute psychopath and go around murdering everybody anyway? It's absolutely fine. As a wanted level with the Empire and with the syndicates, of course, we don't know too much about that yet because it's not come out. Some people have played the game for 4 hours, and the people that have played it have enjoyed it. You can take it as them being a shill all you want, but sometimes things are not all good, things are not all bad. This game can be very good with some things that are a bit, well, that could have been better, but that's fine. Nothing is perfect in this world. No game whatsoever is... Although I have a series ongoing about 10 out of 10 games, those 10 out of 10 games will still have flaws. It's just my personal opinion. I see it as a 10 out of 10, flaws and all, because that's... If you're going to be a fan of something, you have to admit the flaws in it, but you can still love it. You don't have to absolutely outright hate it. You can't say Star Wars Outlaws, oh, it looks really good, but oh, you can't steal anybody's ship, or you can't shoot that random civilian on Tatooine. That's it. It's trash game. That's a very poor mentality, and you will never be happy. You will never find a game that suits you. It kind of screams a lot of like a you problem, and it's a bit like... I think a lot of issues people are having with this game is a they problem, not the game's problem, and that's fine. If you've seen the gameplay of the game and it doesn't look like it's for you, that's fine. Move on and play something that's for you. Don't dwell on it. I like the look of Star Wars Outlaws. I'm one of the very few that do, apparently, because everyone else on YouTube is jumping on the hate wagon. I'm not. I'm jumping on the faith wagon. I have faith that Star Wars Outlaws is going to be a good game, and I personally cannot wait for it to come out. It's looking good, and then the week after I've got Space Marine 2 that I've got on early access on PC. So I am in flavor country at the moment because I have got Star Wars Outlaws and then the week after Space Marine 2. So it's going to be a great couple of weeks soon. But please let me know in the comments down below what you think of Star Wars Outlaws. And if you, I mean, I can already feel, I can feel it now, like, you know, I can feel it through the force that there are people prized and ready, even though this video, as of me talking, of course, hasn't been uploaded yet. There are people going to be there typing, oh, he's a shill, a Star Wars shill, Disney shill. I'm not. I haven't watched Ahsoka, I have not watched Acolyte, and I'm not going to. I liked Force Awakens, and then The Last Jedi just absolutely ruined the new trilogy for me, and Rise of Skywalker was absolutely stupid. A very stupid story. And having the line in there, somehow Palpatine has returned, is very, very ridiculous. But the prequel trilogy and original trilogy and Rogue One, and I do like Solo, even though Solo has two stupid things. One, showing you how he got his blaster, and two, how he got his name Solo. That's ridiculous. If you take those out of it, I think Solo's a really solid film. But anyway, I'm digressing here. So, just, you know, before you go and supremely hate in the comments down below, I'm not saying this is going to be perfect. I'm just saying... I don't know why people think it looks bad. Like, some people have been commenting on a couple of videos I've done past, going, oh, this game looks better than Star Wars Outlaws does. It's like, no, it doesn't. No, it does not. Certainly games that come out 20 years ago. No, they don't. Just behave yourself. Behave, okay? But anyway, please let me know in the comments down below what you think, and as always, thank you very much for watching.